Got it? Is it filming? This is Father Sebastiaan. This is Aria from Catalan. And I want to talk today to you about flow space. Flow is a state of being, of creativity. Now, as behind us, this violinist is most likely in flow space. And flow space is a mental state where you get absolute pleasure out of going into a trance, doing your job. Painters do it, athletes, writers when they're writing. And I'm sure that some of you have been in flow space before and not realized what it is. It's also known as being in the zone. Now, this violinist is in a sort of trance. Now, your brain, according to the research I've done, does about 260 kilobytes of information per second of processing. Part of that, about half, goes to body functions. The other half goes to cerebral actions like talking, speaking, or lecturing. Now, when you go into flow space, you go into a trance where you completely enter that environment. Your mind goes into flow. So while you're flowing, it creates an absolute form of pleasure. Now, vampires in particular want to live forever, and creativity is one of our pillars. So flow space is a part of creativity pillar, and this is the second pillar of the 7 Bayside pillars. And it's a very important thing for a vampire to learn, because vampires don't want to just survive, they want to live. Now, what's very, very important to understand is that flow space, in particular, is something that this violinist is entering. Now, we don't know what he does for his real job, but he's obviously a very good violinist. And he's here in this part of the Louvre that is actually very good acoustics. Now, in Washington, D.C., there was a violinist from the Washington Philharmonic, I believe, I could be wrong, who was actually playing very much like this violinist here. And what happened was people would walk by, and they would just walk by and not realize that they were hearing someone that was actually so talented, who would get $1,000 to $800 a day just performing in this wonderful Philharmonic. So this guy could be a part of a major symphony orchestra or a major harmonic, and I think it's really interesting to see as people walk by, they don't truly appreciate maybe what he's actually doing for them. And so I'm going to show my appreciation, and I'm going to give a couple euros. Thank you very much. This is Father Sebastiaan for Sabretooth.com.